Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. And thank you for joining our SAP webinar today. My name is Pratik, and I'm your host for this session. And we are delighted to have Akshay Kare with us, who is the Senior Managing Director. And he's going to throw some light on the topic Databricks or Datasphere and what's in SAP Business Data Cloud. But before we dive in, let me quickly give you a brief overview about who we are and what we do at Realtus. So Realtus is a IT consulting organization headquartered out of Austin, Texas. We have a global presence and we run operations in US, Canada, India, UAE, and Singapore. We help Fortune 500 companies solve complex challenges with the help of technology, and we specialize in SAP implementations across various verticals. Few reasons why customers choose Realtus. Number one, the expertise that we have in SAP. We have a great team and extensive experience in managing large scale and enterprise level and complex SAP implementations. Over the years, we have built a strong reputation for the trustworthiness within the SAP ecosystem. Last but not the least, the integrity in our service and our commitment to working with integrity has made us preferred partner for many of our clients. With that introduction, I will hand it over to Akshay to walk us through today's session on SAP Data Cloud and Datasphere.
Thank you. Thanks you so much, Pratik. And hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. So before I dive into the topic, here is the agenda for today. So we're going to discuss about the modern data challenges. Then I will give you a brief overview of what is Databricks. Then we will dive into Datasphere. Similarly, we'll see the head-to-head comparison between these two platforms. Then we'll talk about some integration, how they can connect with SAP, and if required, how they can connect with each other. Then we'll talk about few use cases, when to use what and when, right? And if it is possible to use both simultaneously. So next agenda would be decision factors and strategic consideration, right? So this is the agenda. Now moving to the real topic. So first, let's talk about the modern data challenges. So the first challenge that we know is data explosion. So when I say data explosion, then we need to think about the volume. In today's digital world, the data is coming in the big volume, right? And that too in variety of formats. When variety of format meaning it is coming in the text, it is coming in the audio and video format. And the velocity with this data is generated is also exploding in a big number. The next thing is the data which is sitting in the silos, meaning in the large scale enterprise, we have various system used for a different purpose, right? Whether it's SAP system, non-SAP system on the clouds or on-premise system, right? So there are different systems sitting and working in silos, but the data which we need together to understand the business context is not coming together. So that is the challenge, the biggest challenge also apart from the data explosion. So we definitely need some unified platform where we can do the analytics. And with the rise of artificial intelligence and machine learning, it's very important to unify this data so that we can get the real-time solution to the problem, right? So what we want to achieve, what is our goal? So we need a platform that can manage diverse data, provide business context, and enable advanced analytics along with AI within the ecosystem, right? So we'll see how Databricks and SAP Datasphere can help us. So next slide, Pratik. So let me talk about introduction on the Databricks. So let's understand what is Databricks is all about, right? So it's nothing but SAP's next generation cloud-based data management system, and it provides analytics over this platform, and it is designed for real-time and trusted access to the business data. So SAP Datasphere you can think about is a unified business data fabric. right? It's evolution of previously used SAP Data Warehouse Cloud. Now, SAP Datasphere is only available through BTP, which is SAP's vision, which is also one of the agenda topic that I covered. So what SAP is coming through, like various uh, services through SAP BTP. So Datasphere is also one of the platform which is available on the cloud, but via BTP. So there is only one cloud platform can be used for accessing the Datasphere capabilities. Uh, with respect to Datasphere, let's talk about few core pillars. So the first and most important pillar is the integration, right? So SAP Datasphere provides out-of-box connector to both SAP system like S4HANA, whether it's on-premise cloud, also for SuccessFactors, SAP Ariba, and for non-SAP sources also by using SAP's integration support, SAP integration support or like for SAP has provided CPI platform for the integration, but we can use another integration platform also to bring the data to the data sphere, right? And data integration provides the key features like data federation, through which you can access and query the remote data in real time without physically moving it, right? And apart from that, it also support data replication, so which provides us the option to replicate the data into the cloud for performance, for managing the performance of the system and provide this historical analytics, right? Also, it enables seamless connectivity with minimum latency with the help of smart data integration and smart data access, right? So that is the first pillar, data integration. Next is semantic modeling. So what do we mean by semantic modeling? So in a traditional data platform, SAP Datasphere retains the business semantic of SAP data. For example, we know there are hierarchies of the data in the SAP system. There are currency conversion. There are unit of measures. So when it is exposed to Datasphere, so it retains the business semantic of that data. Meaning models are built using business term, not just tables and column, right? It preserves SAP specific logic and metadata during the integration. And it also enables business context aware analytics. So what it offers to the business, right? For end user and analysts, they can work with meaningful self-explanatory data set rather than raw technical data. Greatly improving the accessibility and the data compressions. Right? Next is data catalog and governance. So what is data catalog and governance, right? So the data sphere includes centralized metadata repository to manage data assets, ensures compliance and support controlled access. So when I say lineage tracking, right? So it's nothing but visualizing the data flow from source to consumption. And it helps standardize definition across team by business glossary, right? With the help of spaces in a data catalog and governance, we can logically separate the data and in the secure work environment for a different teams and for different use cases. Like suppose for finance team, we want to have a data separately stored so that we can perform the analytics separately without giving access to the different team members. So it boosts trust and collaboration across the organization, helping all the teams in the organization to find and understand the data effectively. Next is data warehousing, which is nothing but for modeling the data, right? So what it offers? So it supports cloud-based data warehousing capability, meaning it includes the SQL modeling and it also supports ETL and ELT pipelines. So we can easily drag and drop data flow tools for transformation. and it supports persistent and virtualized dataset. Next is analytics consumption. So as we know, Datasphere is SAP's product, right? Available on the BTP. So it highly and tightly integrated with SAP Analytics Cloud, right? So which allows direct consumption of curated data model for BI and planning dashboard. So that supports consumption of semantic model from Datasphere, and we can get real-time or near real-time analytics on federated or replicated data. And we can definitely avoid data duplication here because data is completely available on the Datasphere side. The SSE is just used for the viewing purpose, right? Reporting purpose. So next, I would like to just simplify the architecture here just to explain you. So how it works, right? So it is 3-layer architecture, as you can see. The bottom layer is the data, where the data is coming from, right? So the data is available in S4 or any other system like Oracle or Concur or SuccessFactors, right? Then it is passed to the data modeling layer, which is nothing but the Datasphere, right? Where all the data modeling happens. Data sets are created based on the dimension, and tables are generated, views are created, and then it is consumed by different platforms. Like I mentioned earlier, in one of the core pillars, SAP Analytics Cloud is a preferred option, but there are other platform also which can consume the data seamlessly, like Power BI, Tableau, SAP Data Intelligence. So this is very simplified simplified architecture of SAP Datasphere. On the next slide, now we can see how we can position the SAP Datasphere with respect to all these features and feasibility, right? So if we have to consider the Datasphere, then we definitely it helps basically to expertise in harmonizing the data from both SAP on non-SAP system. It has ability to provide deep and meaningful business context because it's keep as with the Datasphere, it's highly deeply connected with SAP. So we are not losing the semantic meaning of the data. So it helps also to provide the context eventually, right? So and it empowers business user and analytics with the self-service and data exploration. It offers robust and governed enterprise data warehousing solution. So based on these 4 factors, we can consider SAP Datasphere in your landscape, right? On the next slide, let me give you brief overview about the Databricks, right? So it is sometimes called as lakehouse also because it's a combination of data lake and data warehouses. In the architecture diagram, I will help you to understand how data lakes and data warehouses get combined together, and they help lakehouse to generate the meaningful data, right? So it's a modern data architecture that combines the flexibility of data lakes and data warehouse. So traditionally, we know data lakes store large volume of raw, diverse data, whether it's in structured format, semi-structured format, or unstructured format. And data warehouse offers curated and governed data optimized for analysis purpose, right? So in nutshell, Lakehouse provides capability in one platform, open and scalable like data lake, reliable and fast like data warehouse, and it definitely supports advanced analytics and machine learning. That is the main important feature, and it is built on open source technology like Spark, Delta Lake, and machine learning ML flow, right? Now let's talk about some core pillars of the Databricks. So first is data engineering. So we know like Databricks offers a powerful platform for building and running large scale data pipeline using ETL and ELT approaches. So like as I mentioned, it is built on open source technology. So it, from integration point of view, it offers open source uh, availability to connect to the Datasphere. And as we just talk about data lakes, so it offers open source storage layer, right? And it also support real time and batch processing of the data. It handles large distributed data loads efficiently. So what business value we can get out of this? So it ensures data reliability, quality, and performance at massive scale, which is suitable for both structured and unstructured data. Next pillar is data warehouse and SQL analytics, which is also called as Photon Engine. So I'll explain what is Photon Engine also. So Databricks provides blazing fast SQL analytics and modern data warehousing capabilities using Photon execution engine. So what is Photon Engine? So it is nothing but a vectorized query engine built in C++, which enables high performance SQL analytics. Also, Databricks SQL is a serverless and it supports scalable query layer for analysts to run BI workload using familiar SQL tools. Right? Business intelligent tool integration is a native support for Power BI, Tableau, Looker, etc. Right? So what it offers? So this pillar will help us to enterprise great performance for SQL based workloads, bridging the gap between the traditional data warehouse and modern data lakes. Next is data science and machine learning. So the main feature that Databricks was invented is that it supports AI and ML. Right? So it's natively built for data science, which offers integrated environment for experimental purpose. Right? It supports Python, RScale, SQL for real-time co-editing and visualization of data. Mflow is open source platform developed by Databricks for machine learning lifecycle management for tracking, packaging, and deployment purpose. Right? So, basically it empowers, this pillar empowers data scientists and engineer to move prototype to production rapidly with repeatable and governed machine learning workflows. Next is data governance, right? Databricks Unity Catalog provides centralized governance and fine-grained access control across data types. Meaning the key features that I'm talking here is about for table views and notebooks, machine learning models are there for unified metadata management, right? It's a fine-grained access control down to the column level. So these are the main pillars and their capabilities here. Now in the next slide, we will see the architecture diagram where, like I mentioned in the introduction slide for Databricks, it is a combination of data warehouse plus data lake. So here I'm just trying to help you understand how the evolution is happening. So in the first, we have a data warehouse where structured data is captured using the ETL approach, and then it went to data warehouse, and then we can generate the BI, business intelligence report out of it. And in the data lake, if you can see, we have structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data, which is in the various formats. And then it is extracted by ETL and ELT tools, which is then consumed in the reporting purpose as well as for data science in AI and ML. So this is the final picture in the where we can see data lakehouse, which is the combination of data warehouse and data lake. So this is very simplified understanding of architecture from Databricks point of view. On the next slide, we'll see how we can position Databricks in your business term. Right? So it is useful in a strong in large scale data processing, and whenever we need real-time answers to the problem with the help of ML and AI, Databricks will definitely give you meaningful value to the data that is generated in the system, right? And it supports the multi-cloud environment. Like in case of Datasphere, it is available only through BTP, but Databricks is available via Azure, AWS, and many other platforms. And it's often preferred by data engineer and scientists for experimental purpose. So this is how we can position the Databricks for enterprise purpose. On the next slide, now we will see head-to-head comparison, right, based on the feature that it provides. So what is the primary focus of SAP Datasphere? So as we have seen, it's a business, we call it as business data fabric. It provides semantic integration for definitely for SAP and for non-SAP platform through integration. And in the Databricks side, it is for unified analytics. We call it as lakehouse because it's a combination of data warehouse and data lake. And with the help of Databricks, we can do AI and ML at the enterprise grade level. Next is on the architecture side, we know like it's managed cloud data warehouse because it's only available through BTP, whereas Databricks is open, it's available on multiple clouds, so it supports on the different clouds. So and it's an open lakehouse. That's why we call it as open lakehouse. From SAP integration point of view, SAP Datasphere is highly integrated because it's a same product that SAP has provided. Whereas in the Databricks, they are improving the partnership SAP, and already there are connector available for SAP integration. When it comes to non-SAP sources, SAP Dataspheres offer good connectivity through integration, and there are various other approaches, and there are catalogs growing for on the SAP Datasphere side where it offers out-of-box connectivity. However, on the Databricks side, it's a very broad connectivity because all it is based on the open source technology. So there are already platform or the connectivity options available on the Databricks side. What are the target users on SAP Datasphere? So mainly it is for business analysts, data modelers, and SAP developers. Whereas Databricks is mainly designed for data engineers, data scientists, and SQL analysts. On the modeling part, Datasphere supports graphical flows, SQL, and also it offers strong business semantic layer. Whereas in the Databricks, it supports SQL query, right? It also supports Python, Scale, and R. These are the open source technologies that are available in the market. On the AI and ML side, Datasphere supports integration via partner script, basically less native focus here on the AI and ML side. Whereas on the Databricks side, it provides advanced integrated machine learning ML flow and auto ML. On the governance side, it's integrated. It provides the integrated catalog in Datasphere. It offers spaces as we have talked about, like you can separate the user based on their business area. On Databricks side, it offers Unity catalog, meaning cross-cloud focus. SAP Datasphere is available on BTP and partner ecosystem only, whereas Databricks is not large, open source, and partner ecosystem platform. So on the last point, like I mentioned, it is only available through BTP, and Databricks are available on AWS, Azure, GCP, which offers multi-cloud availability. Next is use cases. Uh, I think we are running out of time, but I will try to quickly walk through on this topic. So on SAP Datasphere, the goal is primarily to harmonize data across multiple SAP systems, leveraging the SAP semantic critical and it strong governance and business user friendly layer for BI analytics. On the data bricks, when we are dealing with a very large volume of diverse non-SAP data and SAP data, and whenever we need data science and ML capabilities, when we can use both, when we need SAP semantic integration of Datasphere and advanced ML large scale processes of Databricks. So whenever we want to implement the best breed of strategy leveraging both capability, then we can use both together. On the next slide, these are the decision factors that you can consider when deciding which platform or which product you should go for. So the focus is on whether your landscape is primarily SAP or highly diverse, is what basically you are looking for, what is the use case that you are looking at, who are the users, personas, right? What are the skills available at your place? What is the cloud strategy you're following? Whether you have SAP BTP or you want multi-cloud flexibility, then level of business semantic integration required, uh, uh, total cost of ownership definitely for considering the licenses, infrastructure and development perspective, and SAP's partnership. So the next slide. Just to summarize, at the end of session, like Datasphere excels in integration, adding business meaning to SAP data within the BTP ecosystem, which is ideal for SAP-centric BI governed warehousing. Whereas Databricks provides a powerful open lakehouse platform for large-scale data engineering, advanced analytics, AI, ML for strong multi-cloud support. They are not strictly mutually exclusive. However, they complement each other in a hybrid architecture. Choices depend totally on the specific context, use cases at business side. So this is the end of the webinar. So I just want to know if you have any question which I can help you answer.
Thank you so much, Akshay, for such wonderful and insightful session on Databricks and Datasphere. Personally, data is one of my favorite topics, and I get glued to such gold information that you presented today. I'd like to thank everyone for joining this webinar today. Thank you so much, Akshay, once again for covering the entire data ecosystem in the SAP space. Wonderful webinar. At any point of time, if you have any questions, these are locations. You can reach out to us. We're just an email away. You can write to us with any questions at sales@realtest.com, and there are regional specific sales email addresses available on your screen. Feel free to write to us, and we would be happy to answer any questions that you have around the data sphere or data lakes within the SAP ecosystem. Also, please do follow us on LinkedIn. We do have our regular webinars coming up on every Tuesday and every Thursday for some amazing, insightful sessions and insightful topics. We'd like to engage with every one of you. With that, we will call it a day. Thank you so much, everyone. Wish you a wonderful rest of the day, rest of the evening, and good night from whichever part of the world that you're joining in from. Thank you so much.